So what's going on? You already know we about to snap it. It's June 10th and it's 2026. It's approximately 8:30 a.m. on that eastern side. We flip the poles. It might be Western. Gregorian calendar, hear me out. On that birth certificate or that certificate of live birth, they put our names in all caps. Yes, they did. So that means that they were standing on business when they named us. So I'm D'Amica. It's time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards. Our portals to truth. We're about to open up some portals and reveal some truths. And before we get started, let's go ahead and light this incense. As you can see by the thumbnail, as you can see by the title, the FBI is getting ready to see somebody. And reference to adoption fraud here, okay? If they haven't already done so, during my last transaction, I know I was outside and there was a bee that was there, and I kept saying, "Oh, somebody's getting ready to get stung. There's a sting happening here, okay? Somebody's getting ready to stung." So during this transmission, we're absolutely going to tap into what is adoption fraud. We're going to do a hashtag Lost Souls Tarot card read, of course. But I wanted that to be known that I've been seeing a lot of police activity lately outside of just general local police. I'm talking about heavy police activity under what is it called? Undercover agents, just everywhere. I've been seeing it. So thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and ring this bell from over at Sunville Sounds. Over on YouTube, the link is inside the description box. Excuse me, I'm so excited, but then again, I'm also like, I just came out of a time period where something was wanting to keep me stagnant, whether it was myself, my thoughts, or whether it was other energies that I know it was other energies, and they got fucked up within this battle. But what I'm trying to explain to you is something kept me still. And within that stillness, I learned a lot. So let's tap into adoption fraud. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. I'm lighting my candle. I got my incense lit. I need to go ahead and go grab my incense holder real quick. We're going to make this as quick as possible. I got to go. So we're going to make this as quick as possible. Also, someone keeps trying to light candles, but they're not staying lit. That didn't happen with me when I just lit my candle, or nor that did it ever happen. But someone's trying to light candles and it's not staying lit. Give me a second. Let me get my incense holder. Hold on, y'all. Stay right there. All right. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and welcome in these energies and these spirits. All right. Don't be scared now. Welcome to the energy. Welcome to the frequency. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, energies. We are here now. We are doing a transmission in regard to adoption fraud here, right? And just the energies that I've been feeling while I was going through this dark night of the soul here. Somebody's going down. All right. I ain't been seeing all this police activity for nothing. Give us some answers. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so with that being said, grab your notebook and your pen. You already know what we about to do. We about to read some shit. I know I'm going to lose some of y'all, but that's okay. Those of y'all that stick around, I appreciate you. All right, so adoption fraud. I went to Google AI overview. Adoption fraud occurs when a prospective adoptive parent, birth parent, or adoption agency is intentionally deceived for personal or financial gain. Scammers often exploit the emotional vulnerability of hopeful parents by fabricating pregnancies, double matching the same child, or posing as licensed professionals to steal upfront fees here. So we got things like fabricated phantom matches where scammers pretend to be pregnant, pretend to be a pregnant woman considering adoption. And then once they get the money, they disappear. You got double matching. An agency or individual accepts fees from multiple families, promising the same baby to all of them at the same time. Unethical provider schemes, corrupt agencies may misrepresent their licenses, guarantee placement within a specific time frame, or demand exorbitant, unexplained upfront fees. And then we also have the withheld medical history, also known as wrongful adoptions. And this happens quite frequently as to what it's saying here. This occurs when adoption agencies intentionally hide a child's true identity here, okay? Whether it's genetics, or it could be like medical history. What else we're looking at? Substance abuse, things like that. Mental situations. Okay, they intentionally hide this truth from society, from the parents that are adopting, and then from other agencies. All right, so here are the warning signs to watch out for before I lose too many of y'all. Unsolicited contact. Be wary of agencies, facilitators, or expectant parents who reach out to you first via social media or email. The pressure for quick cash, the refusal to meet. An expectant parent who's consistently avoids face-to-face meetings or refuses to communicate directly with your agency or attorney, watch out for that. And then that lack of proof. And then how to protect yourself? You're going to verify the providers. You're going to follow legal channels. You're going to do your research. Every word that come out of my mouth, this is why I say grab your notebook and your pen. You ain't going to believe shit I say, right? So do your own research, all right, y'all? So, all right, so now that we got that out the way, let's tap into a tarot read here. And again, this is about adoption fraud, but this is in general just fraudulent shit that's happening out here in the world. But we're going to keep it classy, right? The FBI is closing down on someone here, and it's getting real. It's been real, but god damn, boy, oh boy. So let me go ahead and get my tarot cards out here. I got a couple of oracle cards in here that slipped up in there. Let me get them out. Let's get the tarot read going. So this is in regard to fraudulent adoptions or fraudulent lifestyles, right? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. You might get messages from adoptees, right? But you'll always get messages from Divine and Spirit. Take what resonate, leave the rest. If you know you're not adopted, hey, you just here for entertainment purposes. If you have questions, maybe you may get some answers out there, right? Maybe you know someone who have questions. I don't know, but you're here. Welcome to the frequency. Welcome to the energy. Welcome to the channel. All right, so let's get it in. Let's give it another quick shuffle here, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Again, I stepped away from a lot of things. What I noticed about me is when I am under attack, I don't come on live like that. I barely wrote anything down. That's how I knew something was off. And then again, the feelings, the urges of wanting to be overly jealous or it was like things wanted a reaction out of me, whether it was a good reaction, a bad reaction, just motherfuckers wanted a reaction out of me. And I was like, no, fuck to the fuck no. Fuck no. I stood in that stance. It was hard. It was a battle. It wasn't that hard. Let me not say it was hard, but it was a battle. It was noticeable, right? And again, things wanted to keep me stagnant, wanted to keep me stuck, right? Stuck like glue to negative ideas, negative thoughts. They really wanted me to expand even on my manifestations. I did not. I stood my stance within that battle and I just sat quiet and observed. I stuck up for myself a lot within that time period, and I caught myself getting ready to be over rah. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, hey, hold on, wait a minute. This is a lot that's trying to come out. And these ain't the entities as far as in the physical form that I need to be addressing this with, but I saw their spirit. Right? So I was like, oh, you motherfuckers is spirit hopping like a body hopping like a motherfucker. All right, so let's get into this tarot read. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We're here with the General Divine Collective. We're here with the Flying Monkeys. We're here with the Evil Eyes. We're here with all the energies. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. What is evil? What is bad? What is good or bad? Right? What is that? Thank you. Let's get some answers in regard to this fraudulent adoption. And who are we going to get these messages from? Only those receiving the messages will know. Ashe. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Let's see what's going on in this energy, right? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. That's a few that shot out here. The orange one down here fell first. We got the High Priestesses coming reversed, right? So someone out there is ignoring their own intuition. It's secrets. They're disconnected from their intuition. It's information that's withheld, and they have kept important knowledge to themselves here. So someone is starting off with the High Priestess reverse energy, and they're giving out fraudulent information here, misinformative information. What else you say? They are not informed here. Oh, wow. Next one coming out is your Knight of Cups taking charge over this energy here. So someone has a creative inspiration, right? What up, water signs? How y'all doing? Someone is dealing with artistic expression, the pursuit of deep connections, emotional courage, the journey of the heart, emotional sensitivity here, okay? Next one coming out. You have your Ten of Cups coming out here reversed. So all those cups are poured out. They have now been poured out. There's a broken home, domestic conflict. The values are misaligned, disruption within the family harmony, unhappiness within a relationship, and superficial connections. So let's see what we got here so far, right? And you can take it as past, present, future, or you can take it as 3 storylines because we're going to have 13 portals that come out here, okay? So Somebody's holding secrets. That's clear as day. Somebody's strong with holding these secrets here because they're disconnected from their own intuition. They have no power here. They are now powerless. While they're looking at or trying to siphon energy from someone that's taking charge of their own emotional intelligence here, right? Someone that has emotional courage, someone that is on this journey of the heart here, all right? And then by that high priestess being reversed, by them being disconnected from their own intuition and wishing a broken home on this Knight of Cups energy here, they're wishing unhappiness in their relationships. That's exactly what the fuck they're getting. Superficial connections, disruptions in their family harmony. All right, let's continue. What up, y'all? How y'all doing? I'll read all the comments at the end. So under this high priestess that's coming reverse, here comes the 10 of Wands. Look at that shit there. So because you have completed the cycle of struggle here, it was like a circle of struggle here. Oh my God. And whoever this is, they were causing it. Whoever is sitting in this secretive energy, they've ignored their intuition here, right? So here you go. You've overcame these obstacles by taking accountability for your naive actions in the past. They're still holding on to their actions and running away from their shadows here, right? So it's like they have tried to destiny swap with you several times. Whomever this is, they've tried several times. It's not working here. The wheel is not spinning in their favor here, right? Your efforts are finally rewarded here. There's going to be a lot more responsibility, but you got this, okay? With the 10 of Wands coming out here, you're the sole problem solver in your circle of family and friends, which could be challenging. Don't lose control. If you do, surrender it. Ashe? Yeah. Ashe. All right, so come on back over here with this Knight of Cups energy. What's going to fall under this Knight of Cups energy, right? So we got this understood that you have this strong energy, whether it's a female or a male. It's just they're in this high priestess energy here, right? They're keeping something very important with themselves. And that high priestess is reversed here, right? High priestess is usually going to give you some type of spiritual guidance here within your realm, okay, on your journey, right? But no, this high priestess is giving false information out here, and nobody's listening to this motherfucker either. That's another thing that's very important here. Nobody's listening to that energy. It's like that energy just keeps talking, but it's like they dug several holes, digging up them holes, digging up them holes. You got to go dig them holes. All right, but the 5 of Wands is coming reverse. Bring that ass back here. Because you have worked through troubles and you have no issues to worry about. And this is why they're trying to siphon this energy from you. And this is what's creating their broken home too. Oh yeah. Don't avoid difficult conversations. Whoever you are, stand on it. Ooh, I took that personal. I got it. Because no rivalry is here, right? Over there, they're having escalations and conflicts about money. For some, they just want the conflict to be resolved because their values, they are misaligned here. And for some, they're avoiding a conflict by getting away from the negative situation ASAP. They like, fuck that. I don't even want to address this. I don't have to address this. Leave that shit over there with y'all. I'm going to stand on my energy over here and just cleanse it. Sometimes you never really have to explain yourself with words. Your actions there, beloved, your actions, step off. Fuck that. Remove your energy and see how much they'll last. All right, so next coming out, falling under this 10 of Cups that came reverse. So falling under this broken home and this domestic conflicts, the values that's misaligned. And keep in mind, this is present time. Somebody's facing new troubles. In the mind, the 6 of Swords is coming out reverse. They are fucked up in their mind. But they're stuck. I told you they wanted you to be stuck. They wanted you to be unable to move from the past. And they wanted you to be able to not face these new troubles. But you like, fuck that. That ain't even my trouble. You dig what I'm saying? For some, they're resisting the necessary transition. So they are resisting. And for a lot, they have to stay within that stance there of resistance. They have to be stuck and you have to watch them. You can't pull them out. All right. So under this 10 of Wands here, you have overcome these obstacles because you've taken accountability from your naive actions within the past here, okay? So now, goddamn, 10 of Wands came out again. 20 Wands out this bitch. Woo! You have completely lifted the burden of these fucking responsibilities through your hard work. Oh, man. And for them, because this high priestess is sitting up here With all these secrets and they ignore their intuition, they have taken on more than they can handle. Ah, shit. They are feeling overwhelmed by obligations. They served too many energies here. Oh my gosh. God damn. Woo. All right, let's see. We got that's 7. We need 6 more. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Give us 6 more. Wow, let me move these portals on up. All right, so we're still in present time right now. Right, so present time, you don't forget you have worked through your troubles and you have no issues to worry about. But for some, there are escalations in conflict that's about money here, okay? And for some, they want the conflict to be resolved here. But for some, they're trying to avoid the difficult conversations. And it's like, people like, bring that ass here because you got us caught up in this shit. What the fuck is going on? Somebody wants to know what is going on and tell me now because I can see it. Right? But I want you to tell me. Somebody wants somebody to tell them what's going on. Somebody else going to jail. Somebody knows it. Let's see what else is going on. Present time. Keep that in mind. Bring that ass here. Come here. Bring that ass here. What's going on? Because a lot of y'all or a lot of folks is trying to avoid conflicts here by getting away from a certain situation. And a lot of it is negative situations. They're pushing away. But a lot of them have caused these negative situations. Bring your ass here, whoever you are. Come here. Ooh, wee! So the Knight of Wands coming out reversed. Somebody frustrated and they slowing down. They frustrated because they're slowed down. And this is a warning against their impulsiveness and their recklessness here because they have scattered energy, missed opportunity, misdirected passion, loss of control and direction here, right? That's the confirmation. Let's see what's going on. Knight of Wands coming out here fighting back. God damn. So so under the broken home, right? Remember that the values that's misaligned, the superficial connections, that 10 of Cups came out here reversed. And they come to find out because they tried to siphon your energy, destiny swap with you, tried to put the blame, shame, point the finger, all that dumb shit, because you're moving on your own journey. You're aligned. Your values are aligned here, okay? Right? You have domestic peace and bliss within your home. That's leaving them stuck. They're unable to move on here. And Divine Spirit said they're not going anywhere. They're going to sit in this, right? And you're going to take charge over your energy, right? You're going to take charge. Knight of Wands is coming out here because you're energetic, you're passionate, and you're adventurous, right? You chase your dreams with enthusiasm and you have a fearless spirit. You know how to channel your fiery spirit into productive action here. But here's that fucking but, right? Avoid that burnout here because you're filled with creative energy and a strong desire for adventure and new experiences here, right? So a lot of us, I don't know if you guys felt that shift there, but with us being pushed into that stagnant spot, and I'm telling you, if you didn't feel it, congratulations to you. It might be on the way, or I'm not wishing it on you. But what I'm telling you to prepare for is when it comes, sit in it. Sit in it. Don't give them no manifestations. Don't give them no visions, no dreams, no wants, no needs. In fact, send out the motherfucking shadows that they thought they ran away from. Because I'm telling you, the Tower is coming reversed. And this is present time here. Because you have lifted up that burden, because you are responsible, because you're a hard worker, right? You are no longer carrying a heavy responsibilities. And for some, they have taken on more than they can handle. Now they in fear of change. The Tower reverse is coming. A lot of folks are stuck because they don't want to change. Wow. They're trying to avoid painful truths. Thank you, Ashe. They're trying to avoid a disaster. They're delaying the inevitable. This is like a resistance to necessary destruction here. Wow. And it's still happening regardless. And you must watch it crumble. You cannot help. You just cannot. No matter how much you want to, you can't, or else you're going to crumble with it. All right. So now, remember, it was a warning against those that were very impulsive and reckless here. Okay. Divine Spirit said, okay, you have lost your control and your direction because of your misdirected passion and your scattered energy. Right. And this is present time. Folks is sitting in this. They are missing opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And now they're frustrated because they're slowing down, but they're being slowed down so they can focus here, right? Because they're trying to avoid conflicts. They're trying to, and for some, you want the conflict resolved, but Divine Spirit's like, no, you have to figure out what the conflict is within you. What is the battle within you here, right? Because whatever's going on, for some, is escalation and conflicts about money. Let's see what else is going on here. Thank you, Divine. King of Wands came out reversed. God damn it. So in the end, if you don't watch out for your impulsiveness, your recklessness, because they're taking charge in this energy here, right? They're creating this loss of vision here. They can't see because of their impulsive decisions and their controlling behavior. So the knight came out first, and then they sent out their big boy. Look at that, the king. Controlling behavior. They have the inability to listen to others. There's a need for self-direction. There are broken promises that you have to be aware of and look out for, okay? Because it could possibly lead to unrealistic expectations. Be conscious of that, whoever you are, or you've already moved out of this energy here. You're done with it. You're like, no, that's what they're sitting in. And I say to you, they wanted you stuck, now they're stuck. Stuck like fucking glue. All right, under here, started off with this broken home, right? Domestic conflict, motherfuckers fighting left and right. And this is over money, inheritance. This is over, again, the title. Were you fraudulently adopted here? A lot of folks don't understand or know if, we see it all in the headlines here, especially in the tarot community. Some folks done got adopted out here fraudulently. Government could be involved. It could be family members involved. It could be societies, agencies, who knows, right? But that's the word around town here in tarot, right? So in this third storyline, we got disruption in the family home, disruption in the family harmony, unhappiness in the relationship, superficial connections, right? Leaving that family stuck, resistant. They are unable to move on from the past. They are facing new troubles because you are energetic and passionate and adventurous. You chase your dreams with enthusiasm and fearless spirit. You know how to channel your fiery spirit into productive action. Guess what came out here, beloved? The world came reversed. They try to take shortcuts. Whatever, with that adoption, we're going to get the 13th portal out here. Then I got to go ahead and go, y'all. I'm going to come back on a little bit later here because the family came out. So we're going to pull on the family. Can you trust them deck too? Later on the next transition here. And of course, this is all about fraudulent adoptions. So I'll be goddamned if these real mothers and fathers didn't know what they were doing. Some of them, hey, it ain't fraudulent if you knew, right? And if you were choosing the parents divinely to ensure that child had great placement and things like that. But you got a lot of parents out here that did it for the money. Yes, they did. So let's get this 13th and final portal on out here. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Ashe. What's the final message in regard to this fraudulent adoption? Right? What would you like the Divine Collective to know? The adoptees to know? Right? We are aware of the secrets. We are aware of the copycat energy that's out there, right? We are aware that they try to siphon our energetic and passionate, adventurous spirit. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to knock again. Ashe. 13th and final portal. This fell on the tower that came reversed here. 13th and final portal is the Queen of Swords. Look how you ended out. Look at that. You're honest. You're independent. You have a principled, fair, constructive criticism. Your perception is objective. You make judgments without relying on emotion alone. You could be an older, wiser intellect, and particularly a female, but just because it says queen, you might got a dang-a-lang out there, all right? You're seen as stern, but you can also be seen as emotionless because you're just throwing out nothing. You're just there. You're observing. You're just there. You don't want them to siphon shit, okay? So this queen doesn't have compassion, but they want a connection on an intellectual level here because they've been fucked up out here on that emotional level here, right? They've been trampled on time and time again. So now they're focused on the intellect only here, okay? They're looking at all the facts before they're making a decision. And again, they're making judgment without relying on the emotion alone, okay? So let's go ahead and read over these comments, and then we're gonna pray, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta pick up baby girl from work. Four of Cups also came out here reversed. For some, you have the desire to have a new start. The awareness of the beauty in life, even though it's not perfect. Embrace your new ideas. Embrace the people and places. It's time to be more active. You have a new perspective in your career adjustments. It's time to take the positive approaches to your finances. You have the willpower to achieve. I wasn't even going to read that, but it was sitting there like, bitch. I'm flipped up. I got a message. So for whoever needed to hear that, even if you're catching it live or you catch it later or whatever it is, I say to you. All right, let's read over these comments and then let us pray. Somebody's ex-wife is a suspect. Look at that shit. All I did was pick it up. Somebody's ex-wife is a suspect. All right, let us pray, y'all. Oh, I gotta read the comments. I love y'all. Hold on. Let me read these comments. So Raga Vendra. God damn, I can't. Rag having drag. Look, you at RAGHAVENDRARATHOD 555 said hi. Divine and Spirit says, how you doing? How you doing? All right. We got Kai Lara Monstar. Rich Abundant Rising to you. Rich Abundant Rising. Back at you, beloved. Back at you. We got what's this? Damn, y'all got some names up here. I feel slow as hell. MONERASAYED, right? 4964 said, hi girl. What up? How you doing? All right. So now let us pray. Also keep in mind, write down your prayers, write down something, but you should have a prayer written down so that you're able to repeat it 3 times, 6 times, or 9 times. If you have a goal, if you have a manifestation, if you have a dream, you're going to write it down first, right? Because you always have that thought that you want to write it down because you're the author of your own life. Once you write that thought down, this is how you're going to manifest it, by repeating it in cycles of 3, 6, or 9. All right, let us pray. I love y'all. Deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Here a second. Show y'all a couple of while I say the prayer, I want to show y'all a couple of oracle deck readers. We'll just see what come out here. All right. We'll see what come out here. All right. Again, deep breath in. Hold it. Release. We rebuke all spells, all rituals, and all castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that I am connected to, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever was sent to us. Then it is sent back to its source because we are already sovereign and we are already free. Any agreements and any contracts that we may have agreed to while we were being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are already cut, burned, and ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly, divine collective. Let me tell you something. I know one thing. I know that I am sovereign. Divine collective. I know one thing. I know that you are sovereign, but divine collective. I know that the things that they are most afraid of is that collectively, together in consciousness, we are sovereign. It is done because we've already won. It is done because we've already won. It is done because we've already won. And so it is. Oh, what a beautiful read that was. All right, y'all. Much peace, much light, much love. But especially that motherfucking darkness because of dark matter. That's why they can't clone you. Right? Because of dark matter. All right? And if ain't nobody told y'all today, goddamn, I keep telling y'all that's fucked up because you should be the first one telling yourself this every day. Every day. As soon as you open your eyes and you rise, you tell yourself, I love you. 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 And so it is. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.